versus Haas. 3-1. Kind of cool, right? Seems like a random stat. It was 3 years and about 25 best of series later until he won his next series versus Haas.
That's
so
wild.
2017 to 2020, it was dominant. So November 2017 to October 2020. Just Haas won every single series in that period, basically. And it was like 25 best of threes and best of fives. A lot of 0-2s, a lot of 0-3s. He had a really hard time. There was a few that were close, 2-3, 1-2. But since then, obviously, it's been a little more close with Rex winning a few more and it being about 2-1 in Haas's favor in the last 6 months.
All right. Well, Rex is hoping for that 33.3%. He wants that. He wants that W here for this best of 5 to make things a little bit easier for him to have that extra life in the back pocket in this tournament. Of course, you know we're very early stages in this playoff bracket, and it is a double elim tournament style for 4 players in this best of 5. So all players are not going to be eliminated today because we need to get a champion. There has to be only one standing. There's no 2 advanced to nothing here. There's a winner's advantage for people that haven't seen this particular tournament before. If you get to the bracket, to the final, to the grand final, I should say, you have a map advantage. That's what you're playing for, basically.
Yeah, which is pretty damn awesome. Going into that best of 5 with a map advantage is super huge. It makes a massive difference.
Best of 7 with a map advantage, but kind of turns it into a best of 5 for you. But,
best of 7, right?
Yeah. The grand final is anyway. That's,
I was thinking of ANZ Champs on the weekend we were doing, and it was best of 5 with a 1 map advantage. But
that's an old tournament. That tournament's like 3 days old now.
That's 3 days old, man. Get with the times,
it's a million years in esports. 3 days.
Oh my god.
A StarCraft game can end in 6 minutes peak. 2 minutes even, if you're that kind of player. And I know this kind of player, he could end the game in 2 minutes if he really wanted to. At the bottom left, from Prep Esports, this is us.
And in the top right side, representing Onside Gaming, that's right, teammates with Maru, it is Rex.
Remember that being a caster warm-up in the green room. Maru.
Jin Air Green Wings.
Green Wings, Maru. Roaches. All those kind of things. You get the voice warmed up, get the mouth muscles all loosened, ready for the cast. For a nice, solid 14-hour day.
He's making roaches. And of course, just in case you didn't know, there's a feature on this map with a bridge, and if you put 1 arc on it, blocks that whole bridge off. You know that. Interesting fact.
That's right. If we ever see Olrena in the map pool again, I will definitely bring it up.
He said his least favorite unit was the cannon, and he's kind of paranoid, as you should be. You're playing Haas.
It's not a unit, it's a structure.
Yeah, well, tell that to Rex. Rex puts down the GG. He says, I know you're faking me out, bro, but I got to keep this drone here just in case.
Is that in response to the GG sprays from Haas in earlier series?
Yeah, quite possibly. Now, for those who don't know, they were both spamming emotes in the chat for a good 5 minutes today.
They were, yes.
Haas usually refuses to say good luck, have fun, but he said, no, Rex is a nice guy, and then he did drop a GG, have fun, kind of the same thing. Rex then gave a Protoss thumbs up, saying Protoss is pretty good. Zerg, thumbs down. Basically, your race is stronger than mine. And then Haas said, no, I take back my good luck, have fun. And Rex started spamming poo emojis at him. So just in case anyone wanted to know, the intelligent discourse that goes on in the lobbies before the game.
You know, if people only ever saw StarCraft games from these pro gamers and never got to see inside behind the curtain, they would never know how silly pro gamers truly can be, even though they are geniuses in the video game.
A little bit of banter before the match never hurt.
That's right.
Well, straightforward openings for both sides. Warp Gate delayed for a quick Stargate for Haas, and Void Ray or Oracle, we'll see. Void Ray first wants to deny the vision, does Haas. Now, Rex, of course, did have some pretty powerful Queen Walk strategy that he beat Nice with. Unfortunately, he did the highway on the wrong part of the map, and his Queens walked on the other part. So it was kind of awkward, but also perfect in every other way, so it still worked. I don't think you'll make that mistake here. That's a 2,000 atmospheres problem because there's two different paths.
All right, well, we've got the Lings of Rex being very vigilant here, hyper vigilant even, just making sure that Haas hasn't got anything snuck out on the map, hiding all that tech, or potentially hiding the tech. But now you'll see, nope, there's a Stargate, so everything is normal for Haas actually.
Yeah, and now he turns that Void Ray just then killing that Overlord. That's where he presses the switch on his desk that turns it into Fog of War mode for the Zergs. They don't. It's like, you can't see anything. Time for me to make choices now. And Robo and Twilight go down. No gases on his natural. We're going to see the Charge Lord Immortal style from Haas.
Does seem like it indeed.
Yeah, so he won't take any gas on his third. He's just going to go 3 mineral lines and get really aggro with it. The question is, does he get some sentries? Does take a third gas, a few more gateways. Yeah, he might get just enough sentries to like split the army and just keep building immortals and charge zealots. And double prism may be something that he goes for. Haas used to be a specialist at the double prism, one in the main and one over at the third base with his main army. And it's really hard to both micro against the zealots running in all your bases and also not get your roaches force fielded up against those immortals. No more probing right now. Wow. Is he just going to go straight prism? Is he not even going to bother with immortals? Oh, man.
Immortals cost gas, Pig.
Oh, did he pull off gas in the main as well?
I think so.
Oh, so it's a fake gas on the third. Oh, the natural, that third gas is completely fake just because the Zerglings ran up to the Cyber Core, spotted the third gas. Rex saw that third gas geyser with his Zerglings. Haas is like, I want you to see this, bro. And Rex right now is droning. He has to stop droning right now and do nothing but build roaches and overlords or he's dead. I don't think he's going to be able to stop the numbers if he doesn't build roaches right now. He keys up more drones.
He can't build roaches till the roach warden's finished.
He needs to be saving the lava, though. Overlords, man. He needs like
right.
6 overlords.
Oh, man. I mean, I don't want to call GG. That's not very good casting. But
60 drones, man.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
17 worker advantage. Rex, show us your sickest micro ever, son.
Well, I mean, in comes these zealots, and unfortunately, it's the first Rex has seen of them. Pulls the Queen's back. Man. He's got roaches on the way. 10 roaches, but boy, it would be nice if those 10 roaches were right here now.
Oh, this is a brutal push from Haas. The Queens pull into a nice choke point. The transfuses are good, but he should have held the choke point, I think. You can't let the zealots through there or they get too much surface area. Good grouping up right now for Rex, trying to get the roaches and queens together. Drones being forced to fight. He's already lost 16 workers. The count is evened up. Stop the count, says the Zerg. Stop!
I don't think that Haas is going to stop counting, man. He's going to keep counting on these zealots to keep on streaming into the face of the Zerg, ripping and tearing all of those drones to pieces. Even the Void Ray is alive here, as it just continues to offer laser beam resistance from the skies. Nice
hold position on the drones there. That was actually really crucial. Stopped a lot of zealots finishing off those queens. And if the queens were dead, the Void Ray would reign supreme. Haas is building another Void Ray and probing up behind this. He's trying to warp in more zealots. Can he get the third base? The Void Ray goes down. I mean, getting the third is something, but he's losing so many zealots. I don't know if this is worth it for Haas. Oh my god, so many zealots are dying.
All right, well, he gets the hatchery. I mean, behind this, Haas has been making a ton of probes, so his economy is absolutely yards ahead here of Rex, but, you know, Zerg counterattack potential, I guess? No, Rex is actually just going to drone and retake those hatcheries.
Which is fine. He's got roach speed. He can pressure with the roaches just to stop Haas from probing. Just don't throw the roaches away. If you're droning here, you can't commit with the roaches. You've got to feint with them and pull back. So the question is, if Rex throws these roaches away, the counterattack from Haas will wreck him. Oh, good decision-making. Dude, Rex pulls back. He drops a Nidus Worm. Okay, so he thinks it's Skytoss. His reaction to the Void Ray, I don't think he saw the Zealot Immortal, but seeing the Void Ray, I think he might think this is Skytoss and be like, okay, I got to Nidus you before you get into carriers. But that's not going to be the best first immortals and charge lots.
Yeah. Those units kind of designed to wrap around and straight up destroy. Those immortals punch roaches to pieces, and not too bad against the Nidus Worm either.
Haas has like 4 dudes on gas right now, so it's basically just 3 bases of minerals. He's going round 2. He's like, I've got immortals this time. Now Rex is massing Roach Ravager Queen though, so he's got the right army to defend it in terms of the right comp and what he's focusing on. Problem, he doesn't have the numbers. He is outnumbered, and Zealot Immortal slays.
Well, Haas sees the Nidus. He's got to warp in up here to the north side of the main. He's trying to work on that Nidus head.
You can't attack if you got to defend. The Nidus Worm will not be able to be utilized here. It's all about this defense for Rex. Can Rex hang on? Oh man, that's a lot of zealots. The queen's trying to hang on. The roach is trying to hang on. Those immortals are so scary though. Oh man, that's so many zealots. He's got to get back at a choke point. He cannot let those zealots land. But the force field is brutal. He's going to try and knight us into his main. Oh man.
GG. Haas taking game number 1. Rex trying to hold on there and try and tightrope walk into a game that was anywhere near even, but unfortunately, he's a great white shark, man. He's not going to let you get away with that.
Very good play by Rex to survive the first wave. I think his scramble was good, but we can be critical of his scouting because he saw a Void Ray, he saw no other air units get built, and yet he was going to 60 plus drones with no roaches. If there's only one Void Ray, usually it's a Glaive Adept timing. This is kind of like an extreme version of a Glaive Adept timing. It's like an 8-gate just Zealot YOLO. The thing is, there were tells in there that should have let Rex know that was coming. There was no indications of a Blink Stalker follow-up or of extra Stargates being built. Obviously, seeing a third gas on the natural makes you think it's tech, and that apparently alone is enough to trick Rex into thinking he can drone up really hard. So this was the whole mind game. Haas there, understanding Rex's viewpoint, he just basically realized, I know exactly what you're going to do, man. You are going to just see the gas, and you're going to just be too greedy. So Haas plays the opponent.
That's right. Rex has been downloaded. Hopefully he's got a patch, and he can trick Haas in game number 2. Let's take a break, guys. When we return, game 2 between Rex and Haas. Don't go away. We'll see you then.
我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。孵化更多王虫，孵化更多王虫。
StarCraft fans, and welcome back to the Taiwan, Hong Kong, Macau, Japan region main event here for the DreamHack Masters Valencia Summer 2022 edition. I'm Maynard, with me is Pig, and this is Haas vs Rex, our final best of five for tonight's broadcast, or I guess this morning or afternoon's broadcast if you're in a different hemisphere than us. But for us, it is the evening. For them, it is the evening. Haas currently 1-0 up on Rex. Pig, do you see this score changing in Rex's favor?
You got to it before I could.
Yeah, I was about to say. Well, obviously, you know, the score changes the more maps you play, Maynard.
The numbers, could, the numbers could go up, they could go down. We're really not sure if it's going to be.
Tide goes in, tide goes out. You can't explain that.
Well, definitely Rex could get a map on the board for show. For show, he got massively tricked. Apparently, likes to be a little greedy in that scenario. Haas knew what to show him. Just one gas on the natural, and that was it. So definitely something where a dirty trick has been used, but he's got many more up his sleeve. Up in the left of the map, the top left in the blue, representing Prep Esports. He's on a gold-based map. You know he's going to take advantage. This is Haas.
我们需要更多金矿，我们需要更多金矿。
And in the bottom red, this is onside. Zerg player in the red, it's Rex.
Gold base, let's go!
Okay.
Can't get enough, mate. Drone actually was over there blocking Haas from taking the gold base as well. That's interesting. Is he going to hatch block him? Wow. Is that what that drone's going to do? Or is it just a scout, I wonder? Oh, there's a forge. Okay, very important to get that scout in so he knows Haas might try and cannon rush his gold base. Does Haas have a probe heading towards it? Yes, he does. Oh, this is going to get real interesting.
Okay. Well, this harkens. Whenever I see a forge in a wall in for a Protoss, I just feel that, that little flutter of excitement in my heart. I just know that cannons are going to come down. Probably, you imagine defensively for a Protoss, but it's obviously it's Haas. It's offensively.
Indeed. Drone actually wins the fight against the probe. So Rex still has a drone in the base, and he's moving out to take Haas's gold base. He's going to cancel this one, take Haas's gold base, while pulling back towards his own. He's also going to go offensive proxy hatch, and oh my god. That means he's going to go Roach Warren, right? Oh my god, so he's taking the gold of Haas. Does he commit to a Roach Warren? Because Haas doesn't seem to even realize that's in his base right now.
No, he's not showing signs of it yet. Oh boy.
Oh my lord. And Haas doesn't know about the gold base either, does he, on his own? He's going for a Zealot Scout now. I don't think Haas has a lot of information in this game. And Haas just saw the proxy hatch in his base and the gold base hatch at the same time. He sent a probe inside his main. So if we look at Haas's vision, you can see now that he has seen all of these hatcheries. He knows about them. And what is he going to do? Battery in the main. Stalker's building. He's already got one out. He's going to build another one. What's the next step? He doesn't have an expansion. He doesn't have any attack. Roach Warren's coming down right now. So Rex is going pretty committed. There's no Stargate or anything. Don't think the Zealot got many kills.
No, I don't think it got any, actually. Maybe one drone. Not even.
Oh, Zergling's going to assault the natural wall. So he's going to send Zerglings across to assault the natural. There's no cannon there. And at the same time, he's going to build roaches and probably a queen inside the main base. Rex is going ham right now. Queen and a roach starts up in the main base. Stalkers are there. Haas is playing 3-gate on one base. And you know what? He should be able to defend with battery already up and overcharge. I think Rex is in trouble because he's committing so much. He's going Ling speed, roaches inside the base, as well as Lings flooding off these two hatcheries. He's down 7 workers, but he has the gold base to fall back on, so there is potentially a transition plan here.
I mean, but if Haas has any units left over, and if he can get out of his main with like a Prism or something like that, I get worried about that gold base. It becomes more of a liability for me. I'm kind of feeling it for Haas here, to be honest.
Oh, definitely.
One roach, one shot.
Oh, definitely. That's 2 roaches down. The Cybercore is not going to go down before Warp Gate's finished. More Stalkers warping in at the front. And yeah, you can commit to it, but you're going to lose a lot of Zerglings doing so.
Yeah, and losing anything is something that Rex can really not afford. He's only on 18 drones. He doesn't have the production. He's got 2 whole hatcheries. I mean, yes, one of them is in the main base here, but that is losing supply as quickly as it's creating supply up here in the main base of the Protoss. Stalker getting not micro. Oh, go the shield battery. Oh, okay.
Oh, does get the queen.
Very nice.
Nicely done. Now, Zerglings are still there at the front, but they can't get in. Haas is only on 1 base. He hasn't started the Nexus. Kind of feels like he has to do a counterattack with his Prism here. But, oh wow, this cannon's going to kind of trade nicely. Yeah, that's a bad fight, I think, for Rex. He's going to lose a good 4 or 5 Zerglings at least. He wants to get rid of it, though, because he doesn't want there to be a forward warp-in point. Oh no, Rex taking a really bad fight. He should have clicked that pylon from the start.
Yeah, that's painful. Rex having a bit of an awkward game here. I mean, I love the idea. I love going to, you know, cheese the cheeser, get wild on the wild man, but it's not really working out for him, and this is what I was afraid of. You know, you get that Prism, you exit your main with this army that you got left over, and then that gold's a liability. Like, what do? You can't hold this.
Yeah, he's got to run away from it for now. He does have Lings in the main. Lings just popped out. He built a wave of them, but that battery plus battery overcharge and warp-ins. Yeah, great play here by Haas. And he can stalk a Prism Micro all day. That pack of Stalkers is a bit too strong. And oh man, you know, in hindsight, if Rex didn't commit to the Roach Warren and he just built that hatchery and it was a fake the whole time, Haas would be on 1 base on 3 gate, and Rex would have already had the gold base with 10 drones on it and then be making the Roach Lane. Be a totally different game. So Rex could have feinted this, and Haas would not have had a way of confirming what was really happening and making the read. Oh, look at that. DT Shrine, the Zerglings see it. They're going to try and target that down. Nice move by Rex, even if he doesn't get the cancel. And, ooh, does force the cancel.
I mean, yeah, he's cancelled the Dark Shrine, which is something, but I was going to say, he has not won the game. Most certainly has not. Haas does not need the Invisible Man with their cape and blade and edgy attitude towards life to win this game. All he needs is Stalkers.
Hot diddly damn. So the very good reaction. Not many Protoss players comfortable to play 1 base 3 gate Stalker. Haas, though, adapts to the situation. Be like water, my friend. Well, Haas is always like water. He's like a water balloon that just explodes on your face out of nowhere, and you always feel a little bit like you've just been taken advantage of afterwards. But that is where Rex is. He's got to win the next 3 games in a row now. It's going to be hard to make that happen.
Very, very hard. And it really felt like he, you know, game 1 and game 2, he had a specific plan for the map and really, really doubled down on it. And it's got to feel underwhelming and taking a little bit of the wind out your lungs when something like this happens, when you just get deflected so handedly. Like, there was never a moment in this game where I felt like, oh, maybe Rex, you know?
No. The thing is, like, when he got the hatchery up and took Haas's gold, I actually think that was a great move, and I think he could have turned that into something. But like we said, the hatch in the main, I was like, oh, Haas doesn't know about it, he hasn't seen it. But Haas knew there was a drone there. He's like, I know what you're doing. He confirmed it 30 seconds later. I was like, got all the time in the world, you know, 3 gate shield battery in the main. Just, he knew exactly how to deal with that. So my initial thought was, yeah, go Roaches with the hatchery, this will be great. And then we realized just how calm and organized Haas was in that situation, and it was like, please don't actually, oh god. The right play was to just build the hatchery, don't use it for anything, maybe a couple Zerglings if you want to scout and harass. Try to just get an over response. You know, make Haas feel like he's under pressure, drone behind it, get to 25 workers, get 10 of those workers or more on the gold. Then you go for the Ravager Ling. Haas is in big doo-doo.
Big doo-doo indeed, Pig. Big doo-doo. All right. Let's get into 5-year-old brains inside of 30-year-old bodies. That's basically the Pignard brand, I think.
Up doo-doo creek without a paddle, mate. He's gonna have to dip his hands in that doo-doo and get just paddling. It's gonna be odd.
He's gonna have doo-doo all of his hands. It's gonna be really embarrassing. Mum's gonna have to watch that out for him. Gonna have to put him in the bath time. All right. Well, Haas is giving Rex a bit of a bath right now, but hopefully things change. We'd love to see some more games here. This is our last series before we hand over to Europe, of course. In the bottom right, on match point for Prep Esports, this is Haas.
That was kind of funny. I lost you just at the very end of Haas. You still there, Manny?
Yeah, man.
Okay, just checking. Gas first, no scout for Haas. In the top left, in the red, he has got a scary player in front of him who is now doing a very greedy opening. Let's see if we can make the comeback happen. Come on, my man. It's the tyrannical Tyrannosaurus. It is Rex.
That's right. The scariest dinosaur in the Jurassic Park franchise until the weird hybrids that they have in the modern movies.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. We're not talking about it.
They're not canon the same way Game of Thrones finished at like season 5 or something.
Yeah,
Man.
and there's no second or third or fourth Matrix movie. That's also something that lives inside my brain. People are like, no, but Maynard, look at this. Look at the IMDb. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, you're like,
Nope.
no, that doesn't. There's a lot of lies on the internet, guys. That's fake news.
Yep.
Get out of here.
That's a deep fake. They deep faked. They
Yeah,
deep
they
faked
de-
9
they
hours
deep
of movie.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
That's like exactly how I actually think that. I'm just like, nah, it doesn't count. Like, it's just not part of it. In my mind, no. There's a lot of TV shows as well that go too long, you know? Where I'm like, you know, Scrubs cut off at like season 5 maybe,
Yeah,
something
Lost,
like that.
Lost ended after season 1 for sure. It was
Yeah,
the big
there's a lot of shows
big
that end after
cliffhanger when
season
they
1.
opened up, they opened up that bunker, big cliffhanger. Didn't see what happened down there. It never happened.
Yep.
So there you go.
Really wish they finished that show.
Yeah, it'd be sweet to see what happened down there, but I guess season 2 through 7 never existed.
A couple of Zerglings are on the way now for Rex, and looks like Stargate opening for Haas probably. Yeah, this opening where you scout really late with your probe, you go gas first. You have so much gas available, and he's actually going to go straight for a robo. Now we've seen a lot of disruptor drop into just 2 base like disruptor Colossus all in. One of the most classic robo all-ins is one where you just do a prism and like 6 gateways and just go. Haas is capable of many different things, of course, so we'll just keep our eyes on it and see how it unravels. Rex, let's keep our eyes on him though, more so, because I feel like Rex, it's on him to just get a solid opening and not get caught off guard. And usually Haas is inside his head, rent-free.
Rex is playing a pretty normal game here from the start of things. I mean, obviously versus game 2 is extremely normal, but Haas is dropping that robo, which obviously means early aggression. He's going to want to get out there on the map and hurt Rex early.
Ooh, Overlord is vulnerable. Should get to the pillar in time though. Okay. And Robo Bay, indeed, it's going to be Disruptor drop. Awesome. Could even be a Colossus drop just because it's Haas and he's the one person who might do the weird thing. Twilight Council behind it though, interestingly. So that is odd.
Immortal Charge? No, I mean, he's got the Robo Bay.
No. It's Charge Lot plus Speed Prism Disruptor drop. This is actually the sickest. This is only Haas would do this. He'll stay 2 gas. He might even get a 3rd base, and he'll just be like mass zealots plus also disruptors in a Speed Prism. It's such a weird combo you wouldn't see anyone else go for, but. Yeah, it hits like a hammer, man. It hits so hard and fast because you've got the Zealots charge in, they beat Zerglings and stuff, and then bam, if anything clumps up, the Disruptors will land on them. So, yeah, really fascinating style here from Haas. You can see he's got so many minerals banked up, but not moving out to a 3rd, which means we're going to see a gateway explosion.
Indeed. Man, it feels like Rex is, he's doing the right thing, though. Not droning off past 40. He's making a lot of units right now. He's expecting something. I mean, obviously sees the Prism. That's a pretty big tell right there.
He's got a drone, though. His drone count is way too low. Like, you cannot stop at 37. Versus Prism Robo Bay opening, you're meant to go for... you're meant to go for like 50 drones and then build units. Like, just a handful of Zerglings. But so he's way too low on economy. So Rex is kind of all in. There's also a 2nd Prism out. So he's gone for a Disruptor... And then it's just a charge lot all in while the Disruptor's harassing. This is crazy. Wow. So he's going to sneak the 2nd Prism out. Uh-oh.
Those couple lings were covered in butter. They slipped on past that Zealot.
F2 home, apparently. Or the Prism did come home for a moment there. Man, that drone count's still so tiny for Rex. Rex really should be up at least in the low 40s of workers. His worker count's just so bad. And this is what Haas does to people. They get paranoid because he all-ins them and then they play so safe that they end up putting themselves behind economically. Disruptor is defended. I mean, Rex is even building a spine crawler. He's up 4 workers, so it's not like he's behind economically, but when you've got the Disruptors and the charge, such valuable tech, it is scary. That being said, great army supply. He's building roaches. I don't see him dying anytime soon.
Well, Haas is going to try and make that happen. Sending out the charge lots and also the Disruptor here. The lings engage. Oh, Haas not looking.
Oh my god! Oh, he kills a Disruptor. It does get a shot off and kill a bunch of Zerglings, but that's so worth it for Rex, dude.
Yeah.
And he sees just Zealots, so he should know all he needs to do now is build roaches. Just build roaches. You don't need to do anything but make roaches and just get as many of them up as possible. He's even building another spine. And Haas, he does have another Disruptor out here, so he's still got 1 available, but 1, that is 50% of 2, Maynard.
God, you're smart.
I know, man.
Biggest brain in esports.
I've been crunching the numbers for these casts.
You know, they tell me not to do maths on stream when I'm a commentator, but I took a plunge.
Okay, probing shot finds Nanda. Not a little thing. And drones coming in and buying this for Rex. He built a few spines, so he's like, okay, I do need to build some drones. Thing is, this is still an all-in. See the zealot? Does he see the zealots? I don't know if he realized. Okay, he sees them. Yep. It's building spores. He's thinking maybe it's DT transition. It's like, dude, don't overcomplicate it, Rex. It is still just zealots. He said to get Overlord through. It's just a headbutt.
This is like reading. This is like looking at the cover of a romantic comedy. You look at the two people and you can think you know the entire story just by looking at it. You don't need to watch the movie, Rex.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he's still building a few more drones, but still roaches as well. He should have enough to defend. His roaches attack his own creep tumor. You can tell he's nervous because Haas has such an insane win record versus him. Oh, unnecessary. Losing 3 or 4 roaches there.
Yeah, I think it might have been like 5. It was actually quite a bit. These queens clumped up, and one of them gets tapped, but the sisters will juice her up.
There's no lair. So the big problem is, like, against disruptors, you always want to flank and surround the army. Not against Mass Zealot. Hells no. So you want to ball up versus the Zealots. That's how roaches beat Zealots. But obviously you want to spread versus the disruptors. That is the combination. This is why Haas is using this comp. He says clump up, and then you die to the disruptors. Spread, you die to the Zealots. Which one will it be, Rex? Rex has known this is coming for a long time. You see, he goes in a corner. And four units go down to that one. Disruptor does get saved.
And picks up that one disruptor very, very low.
He's still got a shot loaded in the barrel.
Yeah. He had 2 shots in the chamber now.
Oh man, with no lair, no roach speed, he can't really like micro nearly as well. That's the big problem with that low drone count I was talking about with Rex. He's making slow roaches, and it's just not the same as speed roaches. They're so awkward. I feel like he's still in an okay position because Haas is not transitioning. But we'll see how this goes.
All right, Zealot's coming in, but right into a concave of Zerg. Spine helping the Spore, actually getting on top of that Warp Prism a little bit.
Oh, he kills his own Zealots!
Zerg units.
Oh, Haas goes for the triple shot, and actually friendly fires. Rex is all over it. Rex is chasing down the disruptors. One of them does pick up. The other 2 do get away to safety. Haas is still looking for the big disruptor shot. He is fishing for the one shot that can change the course of this game. Down 60 supply. He is in an objectively terrible position. But never, ever, ever count out Haas and his big, big disruptors.
He's got a big pair of balls, and he will use them to kill you.
Look at this. He's landing some hits, man.
He's getting kills with every single Disruptor Nova so far. No juicy big clump kills. Rex's army spy is starting to get pretty spooky, especially that roach count. Oh, he's trying to go for the wraparound. Haas repositioning here.
The slowest wraparound of all time. These are slow roaches. He's got to move that flank in right now.
Yeah,
those guys are really far away.
That's just like 30 army supply not doing anything unless it counterattacks.
Even more. I think it's like 50. Dude, Rex, come home. You got to defend. Oh no! Oh, this time the disruptors do land, but decent spready from Rex. But good shot!
That was a great Disruptor Nova right into the pack of the roaches there, shaving into that supply lead that Rex had.
Okay, Rex is going for the base trade counterattack sort of thing here because he realizes the more units he has, the disruptors are going to get him. But that means I think he can get overrun. I think there's enough Zealots to just go. He's too spread. The Zealots can just kill him right now. Of course, Haas does not realize the units are counterattacking. He's going to find out in a moment. Roaches do come back here. Spread those roaches out. Watch out for the balls.
Spread them. Oh, I guess the roach damages the queen there. Another ball coming on in. Oh, the roaches are coming back home. They're not base trading. The roaches are coming back, Pig.
They're all coming back. Oh, this is so frantic. But
Haas
you know
is
what?
closing the gap. He's closing the gap.
The supply is getting closer. The lair is nowhere near done. And going off creep seems good until a disruptor shot comes at you, and they're about to come off cooldown. He's going to drop them forwards. Oh, Haas!
Oh, that one kind of thread the needle there. The next Nova, though, in the chamber, ready to fire. It's a one-hit point disruptor. Kills the Zealots. Fantastic.
Yeah, there's been a lot of friendly fire, man.
There we go.
Blue on blue scenarios mixed in with the blue on red, so definitely a bit of a dicey situation for both. Roach speed needs to start up, but Rex does not have any gas.
Would you like to lose 45 Zealots in the first 10 minutes of a game?
10 of those went down to disruptors, mate.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Haas is still just here looking for the victory with 2 prisms, 3 disruptors, 2 stalkers, a pack of zealots. He's going to clean up the creep. Rex has roach speed on the way. I got to go back and say, yes, this feels really crazy that it's still going, but this would be so much easier if Rex had a few more drones earlier on in this game. That the lair being delayed makes this so much harder. He's making a Baneling Nest, which would be amazing versus the Zealots.
Yeah, absolutely.
Balls!
Balls.
Oh!
That's a good one. There we go.
He does get the disruptor, but that's painful, man. That was a lot of roaches. I don't think he should have ran at that army.
Yeah. And Rex still maintains a supply lead in army and also in drones. Starting to squeeze out a drone or two here as well. Haas has not made a worker in a hot minute. It's just zealots. It's just disruptors.
Zergling's going to check. He's like, oh man, Haas probably has a third. This will be so bad. He's going to get over there, realize no third. He's going to see Zealots actually breaking open his own wall to get out there. And oh! Oh, dude.
Rex does not need that to happen once or twice more. Otherwise, Haas will actually win this game.
Yeah, we're going to do kill checks on those disruptors. One has already died this game, but the other two are still there. We've got to do those kill checks. 17 on one and 18 on the other. That is a 35 kill pair of disruptors.
Maths again on stream. You cannot be stopped. A Spire drops for Rex here, and the extra gases go down to be able to afford those Mutalisks.
I don't think we need anything other than just lots of roaches and lings. I know the Spire is good. I don't mind him unlocking the tech for the future, but just make roaches, make things. 7 more drones on the way. The army supply is way too close.
Yeah,
this could
he's
crumble,
losing a lot
man.
of it. He's losing a lot of it in the counterattack as well. Those lings going down.
Oh, he's too clumped. He's too clumped.
Very,
He's got
very
roach
clumped.
speed. Oh my god.
Oh, that's a good Nova up here to the north side. On the left side, not so much, but hey, damage is damage. Another one in the chamber, and it goes to the Queens. Rex isn't looking. Damages the Queens. No kills.
I thought bowling was America's national pastime, not Taiwan's. What the hell? Haas is a bloody expert. He's getting strike after strike.
There's too many Protosses in this region to not have bowling be a national pastime.
Oh my gosh. Disruptors rallying out still, so the number is growing. Supply counts a bit dangerously close here. Some banelings are coming in, but the roaches, I think, are... Oh, man. Oh, my God. Okay, now that he's got roach bait, I think he needs to engage further out so he's got more time to pull back. I think Rex needs to, like, get some space, which is why the creep is good, but that's also why Haas is diligently clearing said creep. And gets a single Zergling with that disruptor, just pushes him away.
Oh,
the banelings are in there. Careful. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Mutas, 3 mutas are building right now. There's nothing that shoots up in Haas army, so if he can just kill the prism, that alone is good. Oh, run by on the bottom. Oh my god, in the Protoss mineral line. Oh, it is roaches. I thought it was banelings. Natural as well, really? Oh my god.
That's just an overlord, actually. I think.
Oh yeah, that's just the overlord. He's just hanging, just waiting for a mate.
I'm just freaking out, man. Freaking out.
Just waiting for a mate. It's the overlord, man. That's who's in that overlord right now. He's sitting there parked up on the curb of the Protoss natural.
I'm thinking that every now, like every time a stalker sees an overlord fly into a main base, just be like, what are you doing here? I'm just waiting for a mate. All's gone for the prism. There are stalkers.
No, he's not going to get it. There's 2 prisms there anyway.
Oh my god.
The mutas should just go counterattack. I mean, Haas's economy is terrible, but Rex is overcomplicating it by going mutas. He needs to just go roaches, banelings, and spread and try to get baneling speed. I think Haas's army is just better now. He's got more army supply. He's got 1 billion zealots. The banelings here as well.
Oh my
and you can
god.
see...
He had everything on a control group there.
Oh, man. Ow. Haas just has the mental advantage. You can tell he's got the win advantage between these two. He knew, even when things weren't going his way, how to drag it back in his favor. This was not a situation you're meant to be able to win from when the Zerg responds this well, but oh my god.
That's it, man. Haas has done it. He was down nearly 50 army supply at one point. It did not look winnable. Haas was even exasperated in the webcam. He's even killing his own zealots. No doubt a flex, absolutely deliberate. But it's looking good for him now, man. I did not expect Haas to win this game. I mean, you're right in the fact that Rex making the Spire and going into mutas is a big investment, and he's overcomplicating it. So that's lucky for Haas that he did that instead of going into more like Roach and Ling Bane with speed. But it is it's brutal, man. Haas in control of the series.
Yeah, I mean, when you're defending a disruptor charge lot all in for 10 minutes, it's not exactly the realm of experience. You don't exactly, oh yeah, I practiced 43 games with me practice partners for that, you know? It's totally understandable the mistakes Rex is making here, trying to go mutas. You're like, hey, yeah, okay, we'll tech switch. But realistically, he just needed more roaches and the ability to potentially come in from multiple angles, split units across the map, that sort of stuff. At the moment, Haas is just bowling.
Yeah, he's throwing balls.
Haas is so dominant in their head-to-head, and he continues the streak.
He's throwing balls and throwing hands, and unfortunately for Rex, he's catching all of them.
Yeah. Usually you want to catch those with your hands, not your face. Unfortunately, he's going to be a little bit bruised and worse for wear. Haas, just doing such a cool build, dude. Disruptor drop into second prism, disruptor drop into charge lot, disruptor all in. It's a Haas special. It's completely stopped by Rex for a good 10 minutes. But hey, he just kept going bowling and bowling and bowling, and it was a very small Zerg economy. Rex wanted Haas to overcommit, and he just never did it.
And Haas got the dub. A 3-0 victory for Haas and a 3-0 victory for Nice. Looks like the two kings of this region are, starting off this playoff with a bit of a bang.
Oof, what a game, man.
This is a good start for Rex.
Yeah, he got the disruptor there. Well worth it for some Zerglings. Like I said, his drone count was a little low. The one disruptor hit the Queens and they just healed up, and the other two hit Zealots. That was the big whiff moment, but the fact that he salvaged it was very impressive.
Indeed, and it looked like Rex could have still made something happen here at this point, even though the Zealot count is getting obscene. Haas getting bullied back, but now the Novas start to connect. That was a big connection right there in front of that third hatchery. Oh my goodness.
Man, this is wow, what a game, man. And those disruptors just got deadly the longer it went on. This one on the right, oh.
Yeah, that was disgusting. The final disruptor hit, the one where we knew it was over.
Yes,
there it is.
Oh.
Ay, Dios mío. That is mucho damaggio. That's not good.
Yep. That was very, very, very expertly exploded by Haas. Drops out the disruptors and throws those balls with fierce intentions.
If you're going to throw balls, throw them with intent, with deliberation, with expertise.
Yeah.
Don't try this at home, kids. It's very, very dangerous to throw balls around willy-nilly. Sleep to the professionals.
Indeed, definitely something where you've got to be careful with that. A lot of people out there on the ladder, I'm sure, have hit themselves with their own disruptor shots before they've walked into them. I think we all have. It's a rite of passage, grabbing your whole army to pull it back and bringing the disruptor ball with it right into the middle of your army.
Oh yeah, no, I remember, when Legacy of the Void got released some 7 odd years ago, and the disruptor got introduced. And I learned how that unit worked. And I fired out its Nova, and then I grabbed my army and pulled it into a direction, and then a Nova came with me.
Yeah, because it was originally F2 selected the ball as well, didn't it? It was
that's
the
what got me. The good old F2 key.
So everyone was like, yeah, you guys need to... No. That should not be counted as an army unit on F2.
Well, we've got an interview with Haas, and I could not be happier to talk to a particular Protoss, besides Nice, of course. Let's get amongst it. Haas. GG, well played. Hello. That series was fantastic. It looks like you were really in control in Game 1 and Game 2. It seemed to be your plan worked out every time. In Game 3, how worried were you that wasn't going to go your way?
恭喜你获得了比赛的胜利。你在第一局和第二局的时候都展现出了一个很强的控制力，这整个比赛都被你主导的。然后在第三局的时候，你有没有比较担心你能不能拿下这场比赛？
因为第三场跑的流程有点跟平常不太一样，就因为这个流程就不能卡人口，然后我一开始卡太多了，所以导致后面有点没有打好。但感觉是瑞士太担心我打很前面的一波了，所以我就慢慢打。我后来发现好像可以。
Alright, so I did make a few mistakes in my build order in game 3. I had some supply block in the early game, and that build order required me has no mistakes in macro. But I feel that Rex was a bit too worried about my early timing push or all-in. So I decided to play very patiently, and I realized I could win this game.
Awesome. It was very well played. I want to go back actually to the start of the series and ask about Game 1. You took a fake gas geyser on your natural expansion, and it seemed to completely trick Rex. Do you know that he always checks for this?
在第一场比赛的时候，你在二基地那边修了一个假的气矿去骗 Rex， 你是不是知道他每次都会去看你二矿这个气矿的一个细节？
只要是很强的重组，基本上都会去看那个3期，所以我就用这个方法去骗他们。
Okay, so I think most strong Zerg players they will buy this story. So I always try to build a fake gas and to check.
Awesome. It worked so well, and it was rather dominant from there. So you have a very strong head-to-head with Rex in the past. Do you think, he seems to do better versus Nice and the other Protoss players. do you just understand how he thinks very well?
Oh, sorry, could you repeat that?
So you just have a very strong head-to-head against Rex. So is it because you understand how he thinks very well? Because it seems to be he does better versus all the other Protoss players, but against you, he struggles very hard.
OK，你打 Rex 的胜率特别的高，你是不是打他有什么特别的诀窍？比如说你可以看穿他在想什么呀？或者说他准备要怎么做？因为打别的神族的时候 ，Rex 的胜率还可以，但打你就特别的低。
主要是利用他之前所做的一些细节，然后我会反向思考去针对一下，因为之前有很多打法就都有对他用过，只是我会做一些小小的变化，让他误判。
Okay, so I did analyze a lot of details from Rex, and to be honestly, all these build orders I have used them against Rex before, but I made slight changes and which by misdirect Rex ideas, and that's how it worked.
Messing with expectations. I like that. Very, very tricky. Comes from the mind of the madman himself. Oh, Haas, Pig, did you have anything to close out with before we call it an interview?
Yeah, we might as well just ask about, obviously, the match coming up against Nice. Big rivalry. You guys have played many times. So, are you looking forward to it? Are you confident this season?
你马上就要打 Nice 了，你们之间也是竞争了非常多年了，可以算是一直的一个竞争对手。你对这场比赛有什么展望吗？
其实 PVP 就有点靠运气，就前期可以让你后期就中后期就做大优势啊，只是就 PVP 现在已经太靠运气了，所以没办法，就5开吧，打 Nice 应该就是5开。
So I would say that's 50 to 50% because to me, in my opinion, I think PvP is just a game of luck. If you can have a good early game, you will probably have a better middle game and late game. So I would say that's which the luck is on my side.
Well, I certainly wish it will be.
All right. So, Haas, thank you very much for your time and all of your knowledge drops. We appreciate the insight into your series and into your mind, and we can't wait to see more of your mind spill out onto the page and onto the battlefield for StarCraft tomorrow. Have a great rest, mate, and have a good sleep, mate. Sweet dreams. We'll see you tomorrow.
好，恭喜你，那明天再见了，
拜拜。
Bye bye.
Bye indeed.
Oh wow, the knowledge man. He says if you have a good early game, then your mid game's good too. That's.
I like that Haas just sees PvP as a dice roll. He says this every season. He's like, it's just lucky. Maybe I'll be lucky. I hope I'll be lucky.
I feel like we should stop asking Nice about Haas and about Haas about Nice because they both are just like, look, it's PvP. Like, what do you want? I mean, he's got the Protoss units. I've got the Protoss units. We're gonna throw balls at each other. He'll make a Dark Shrine. I'll get a Prism out. We'll proxy a Robo. You've seen it all before. I mean, Resident Sleeper.
I love it as well because the thing is, if you actually could break it down, it would actually be like the meme with all like the equations floating around and stuff.
Yep.
But like the pro game is like the way they verbalize is like, oh, like maybe if I have a good early game and get a bit lucky, like it'd be good. Like, okay, it's too hard to put into words because there's so much stuff going on. Is what I'm going to translate that as.
Well, unfortunately for But Always and Rex, they've lost one of their lives here and they don't have a second one. They're in the losers bracket there against each other. That's going to be a fun PvZ to see. I don't think they've played each other yet, but Nice and Haas, I mean, what else can we say? It's the two kings of the region going up against each other. Nice with the dominant record against Haas since the beginning of the EPT, since the beginning of these DreamHack Masters events. Can Nice continue that dominant streak, or will Haas start to chip back at him by getting the crown back? Which Nice has had for a hot minute, for at least a season, which is like, oh man, if you add that in the previous season, that would be like nearly 9 months Nice has had that crown.
Yeah, it is actually such a huge thing to come and dominate your region. I think it's really good because obviously in China we do see Time, for instance, who we'll be covering next week, who always kind of crushes for the most part. Last season of last year being the exception. Shout out to Cyan. But having two players, you know, it adds more of a dynamic, and that's why we're always hoping there's a third and a fourth and a fifth. The more contenders, the more people who are all serious contenders for that first place at any one time, it just, you know, it makes that region, that division much more exciting. So excited to see what goes on, as of course we see on the schedule. Oceania Round of Asia will continue to kick off the stream tomorrow. T-Ball versus Pro, Pakistan versus Australia, and Vietnam versus Malaysia in Mia Micah versus Ranger in the upper bracket final. And what a breath of fresh air that is. Unfortunately, no Terran players in there. Piglet barely missing out against T-Ball and Ranger. But yeah, it's going to be fantastic, and that Ranger Mia Micah match is going to be fireworks.
Oh yeah, that's going to be bonkers. I can't wait. But always in Rex is also going to be a little wilder again. It's going to be a bit of a bloodbath, those PVZs. Nice and harsh. We're going to cap things off with incredibly high level PvP at the end there. And T-Ball and Pro, that's the one that's the biggest question mark for me. I really believe in Pro, but I also really believe in T-Ball. They're both previous champions of that region, and they are both completely conflicted playstyles. So yeah, I'm just keen, man.
Yeah.
This looks like a bunch of great matches tomorrow.
Yeah, man, absolutely. You know, it's so much to say about all of it. I think Probe has a bit more ability to micro his way back into the game. T-Ball knows what's happening and has the info. He's just too smart. 300 IQ, gets ahead, wins the game, doesn't give his opponent the chance. It's going to be awesome. Today was a great day. This last match was a 3-0, a little one-sided, but we had some very, very fun matches and a lot of action, so it's been a banger.
Yeah, Taiwan went pretty quick actually. The 2-3-0. So we're calling it before midnight, which means plenty of time for EU, which is around the corner. By around the corner, I didn't actually do the maths on that. I'm not too. It might not like the hours away.
Actually scheduled for 18 minutes from now, according to Team Liquid. So assuming that's correct, Showtime, Gung Fu, Sarul, Mana, DNS, Skillus, Hate Me, Euthermal, Harston, Young, Yakov, Hyromarine, Drogo, Strange, Acheron, Milky Cow, Lambo. After that, NA, Special Champ, Kellizer, Eric, that's right. It is, of course, endless content. Too much StarCraft to possibly watch.
It is way too much to possibly watch. People are going to be there like, watch me, hold my beer. I'm going to watch all that StarCraft. No one can watch all that StarCraft. You can't do it. I challenge you guys to sit into ESL_SC2 chat all day and all night and watch everything. I challenge you. You can't do it. You can't do it. So try and do it and prove me wrong. Have a great night, guys. Enjoy EU. Enjoy NA directly afterwards. And then we're live again several hours later to bring you another round of the Oceanic Rest of Asia. And then, of course, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Macau spread after that. Guys, have a great night. Much love from Maynard and Pig. We're out. Catch you tomorrow.
我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。金矿场已经耗尽。 我们需要更多金矿。金矿场已经耗尽。游戏暂停。 游戏继续进行。
脆弱依然执着，
游戏战。
相信花开以后。
游戏继续进行。我们需要，我们艰苦。我方部队受到长群受到攻击，我方部队受到攻击。我们需要高能瓦斯用的，我方部队受到攻击。
我们都在用力的活着，酸甜苦辣里醒过也脆口，也曾倔强脆弱依然执着，相信花开以后会结果。我们都在用力的活着，爱恨成败里赢过也输过，也曾灿烂失落无悔选择，相信磨难历尽是收获。成长的路上有几程曲折，我以汗水浇灌梦想花朵，任凭谁冷眼嘲我或轻我，都会风轻云淡一笑而过。在我的心里有另一个我，陪我共同面对孤单寂寞。当现实背叛，累了倦了痛了，学会洒脱。
化更
爱恨成败里赢过也输过。
我方部队受到攻击，
也曾灿烂失落，无悔选择。相信磨难历尽是收获。成长的路上有几程曲折，我以汗水浇灌梦想花朵，任凭谁冷眼嘲我或轻我，都会风轻云淡一笑而过。在我的心里有另一个我，陪我共同面对孤单寂寞。当现实背叛，累了倦了痛了，学会洒脱。成长的路上有几程曲折，我以汗水浇灌梦想花朵，任凭谁冷眼嘲我或轻我，都会风轻云淡一笑而过。在我的心里有另一个我，陪我共同面对孤单寂寞。当现实背叛，累了倦了痛了，学会洒脱。当现实背叛，累了倦了痛了，学会洒脱。
我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。
谁让你心痛？
我们需要更多金矿。
想要拥它在
我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。
谁说你的心思他会懂？谁为你感动？如果女人总是等到夜深，无悔付出青春，她就会对你真。是否女人永远不要多问，她最好永远天真，
归定完成，孵化更多王虫。孵化，我们需要更多金矿。
谁让你心痛？谁让你心痛？
孵化更多王虫。
你偶尔想要拥它在怀中？
孵化更多王虫。
谁又在乎你的梦？谁
我们
说
需要
你的
更
心
多金
思
矿。
他会懂？
我们需要孵化更多王。我们需要更多高能。我们需要更多高能
一往情深，总是为情所困，终
孵
于
化
越陷越
更多王
深。
虫。我们需要更多金矿。
爱是他的灵魂，他可以奉献一生，为他所爱的人。
归定完成。我们需要更多金矿。
我是女人，爱是她
我们需要更多金货。
她可以奉献一生，
我们野花国防部队受到攻击。金矿场已经耗尽。孵化更多王虫。我方部队受到攻击。孵化我方部队受到攻击。
受了伤，也无人去诉说，提着嘴角强颜欢笑着，无奈曾提醒我，至少我还活着，催我继续努力奔波着，汗水流过整整一列车。差不多，泪水也有一条河。青春一生不多，梦想已睡着了。水深火热的我不快乐。我曾大雨之中挽起袖子迎风而行，害怕停下脚步，整个世界突然落空。我跌跌撞撞敲开一世所谓成功，只为家里笑声能再多一点。我在狂风暴雨夜里哭到喉咙沙哑，谁人能懂我啊？哪怕送来一个手帕，我愤怒命运不公，最后默默允许了。像野草遇见熊熊的烈火，汗水流过整整一列车，差不多泪水也有一条河。青春一生不多，梦想已睡着了。水深火热的我不快乐。我曾大雨之中挽起袖子迎风而行，害怕停下脚步，整个世界
我们需要更多金矿。
我跌跌撞撞敲开，
我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。孵化更多王虫。孵化更多王虫。孵化
最后默默允许了，像野草遇见熊熊的烈火。我曾大雨之中挽起袖子迎风而行，害怕停下脚步，整个世界突然落空。我跌跌撞撞敲开一世所谓成功，只为家里笑声能再多一点。我在狂风暴雨夜里哭到喉咙沙哑，谁人能懂我？
我们需要更多金矿。 需要更多金矿。
像野草遇见熊熊的烈火，像野草遇见熊熊的烈火。 就别劝我要大度，那曾是我真心的付出，你却要给我道德的束缚，让我痛苦。你没有走过我走的路，就别劝我要大度，谁把我的真心都辜负，还嘲笑我傻的糊涂，中了他的毒，我为他输得义无反顾。我们谁都不是一个圣人，谁都有自己难言的苦楚。人生在世，各有各的苦，做个太阳只给人温度。我们谁都曾会有过迷途，都曾要无一顿铭心刻骨。如果经历都换作是你，或许做的连我都还不如。你没有经历过我的苦，就别劝我要大度，那曾是我真心的付出，你却要给我道德的束缚，让我痛苦。你没有走过我走的路，就别劝我要大度，谁把我的真心都辜负，还嘲笑我傻的糊涂，中了他的毒，我为他输得义无反顾。你没有经历过我的苦，就别劝我要大度，那曾是我真心的付出，你却要给我道德的束缚，让我痛苦。你没有走过我走的路，就别劝我要大度，谁把我的真心都辜负，还嘲笑我傻的糊涂，中了他的毒，我为他输得义无反顾，我为他输得义无反顾。
你没有足够的金矿，你没有足够的金矿。
夜半风雨声，
你必须建造更多水晶塔。
谁在立秋最后是常来匆忙，如从其悲伤，人为情所困，恋人开始就只一个人，清晨一盏灯照亮路前程，谁在大雪之前一手来干将？若心有余温，从不感觉冷。虽然最终都还一个 前路漫漫雨纷纷，谁才知
你没有足够的金矿，
忍起心头千般恨，无所不信任。若爱得越真，就陷得越深。断了缘分，就只剩离分。
你没有足够的金矿，
清晨一盏灯，照亮了前程。谁在大事之前一手来干将？若心有余温，从不敢确认。谁燃谁从都还一个人。前路漫漫雨纷纷，谁才知等？忍起心头千般恨，不错不信任。若爱得越真，就陷得越深。断了缘分，就只剩离分。回程无期而无声，回头也
守生者
只
永不
闻
屈服。
身后一阵阵
我们要往哪里进攻？
心疼。若是有来生，你是否虔诚？苦守一生，只为他转身。若是
我遭遇敌人了
来生，你是否虔诚？苦守一生，只为他转身。
研发完成。
只是今生劝你别残忍。
我来了，在阴影中，虚空是冰。我来了，在阴影中。我来了，
为爱而生。
冲的烈酒，举杯把酒高歌。只是说，一下各自的过往，相同的苦涩。谁都没等谁呼唤过姓名，分开谁记得？就把今天的你
我来了，
去棱角漂泊。无声的。
你没有足够的金矿，
爱过的比谁都多，温弱的人的心里也许曾有梦住过，想把汗和泪当伤河，盖出一座想要的生活，反而自己想起的是山底的村落。你看天快亮了，人都散了，只剩我喝醉了。
你需要我的
心像城市的灯火，曾亮过又熄了。你那一岁月河，这一杯敬一杯。 说岁月如歌，哪能一贫无争？
我来了，在阴影中。横竖你的命。我来了，在阴影中。我们和阴影是一体的。
故乡的人，曾经的名利，爱过的比谁都多。软弱的人的心里，也许曾有梦住过，想把汗和泪当成河马，盖出一座想要的生活。然而自己想起的是山底的村落。你看天快暗了，人都散了，只剩我喝醉了。心像城市的灯火，增亮我游戏了你那一岁月河。这一杯敬父，一杯敬火，一杯再敬死。
你没有足够的金矿，
都说岁月如
金矿场已经耗尽，升级完成。研发完成，
我们的移动是看不见的。
岁月它像个老者，说的是个取舍，快放下执着，相信天空会亮的，
金矿场
为海而生，手该何时了？
你没有足够的金矿，
你
没有足够的金矿，你没有足够的金矿。
月亮去了，它是我拍到明天的
月食之上，你需要我的专业技术。
你必须把它，你没有足够的金矿。
我来了，在阴影中。Veraku， 我们的移动是看不见的，很有趣。你说，让一人尝尝我们的愤怒。我来了，在阴影中。真有趣。我是
为爱而生。
曾经因为你而心跳加速，现在却只想能尽快结束。你的伤害让我体无完肤，心情就像跌入深深的冰窟。前方的路途我看不清楚，
你没有足够的金矿。
有谁能把我救出这深谷？
金矿场已经耗尽，
义无反顾，我该如何放下这块铭心刻骨？
我会帮你暂时先。
金矿场已经耗尽，
就喝到烂醉，抽到麻木，换不回的爱情是多么痛苦。爱上你是我命中的结束，还是一时冲动犯下的错误？就喝到烂醉，烟抽到麻木，梦碎以后的现实多么残酷。情到深处的人是迷糊，太爱你让我输得一塌糊涂。
我是
升级完成。
我们和阴影是一体的。
为爱而生。
你没有足够的金矿，你没有足够的金矿。
为了决战，
你没有足够的金矿。
为爱而
而生。
回想当初爱的义无反顾，我该如何放下这段
很是我
铭
的
心刻
命令。
骨？
你没有足够的金矿。
喝到烂醉，烟抽到麻木，换不回的爱情是多么痛苦。爱上你是我命中的结束，还是一时冲动犯下的错误？酒喝到烂醉，烟抽到麻木，梦碎以后的现实多么残酷。情到深处的人执迷不悟，太爱你让我输得一塌糊涂。
你必须把它放置在能量一场内。
酒喝到烂醉，烟抽到麻木，换不回的爱情是多么痛苦。爱上你是我命中的结束，还是一时冲动犯下的错误？酒喝到烂醉，烟抽到麻木，梦碎以后的现实多么残酷。情到深处的人执迷不悟，太爱你让我输得一塌糊涂。情到深处的人执迷不悟，太爱你让我输得一塌糊涂。
你必须把它放置在。
为海尔而生。我要完成。虚空是冰冷的。
金矿场已经耗尽。
我来了，在阴影中。
基地正受到攻击。
我们的移动。
我们齐心奋战。升级完成。升级完成。
让敌人尝尝我们的愤怒。我来了，在阴影中。为不见的。是。好吧。会按照你。
高能瓦金矿场已经耗尽。
很有趣。好吧。我来了，在阴影中的决战。我们的移动是看不见的。我们的愤怒。vera库，按照你所说的完成。我是黑暗之心。
你必须把它放置在。
敌人朝我来了。我们的愤怒。
高能瓦斯永人已经枯竭。金矿场已经耗尽。 发完成。
们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。孵化更多王虫。孵化更多王虫。孵化更多王虫。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我方部队受到攻击。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我方部队受到攻击。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多金矿。我方部队受到攻击。我方部队受到攻击。我们需要更多金矿。我们需要更多。我方部队受到攻击。我们需要更多金矿。
情所困。